morning, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about number lines and putting fractions on a number line. So before we do that, I just wanted to review what a basic number line is. So a number line, on a number line, when we go this way, when we go from right to left, the numbers get smaller when you count this way, okay? So, you know, if you start with 12, you have 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, so on and so forth, okay? So then the numbers get smaller as you go to the left, okay? And then as you go to the right, from left to right, just like we read, the numbers are gonna get greater when you count this way, okay? And I want you to think of when we added and subtracted on a number line as a strategy. Just to review, you would do the same thing. If you had 64 minus 7, you would start over here and put the 64 and hop back 7, minusing 1 each time, and you would land on 57 and you would find your answer. So you go this way to subtract, because when you subtract, you're taking away, making it smaller. Over here, you would, when adding, if the equation was 89 plus 9, I would start with 89 at the beginning of my number line on the left, and I'm going to hop to the right, just like we read. I'm going to hop to the right 9 times. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hops, and I found that 89 plus 9 equals 98, okay? So again, on a number line, when we go this way, the numbers get smaller, and when we go this way, the numbers get greater, okay? Quick review. So looking at identifying and comparing fractions on a number line, I just kind of made, if you can tell, the number line is the orange, may look red, line. So this shows you one whole, okay? So that's just one whole number line. And the number line goes from 0 to 1. Well, in between 0 and 1, that's where fractions come in. So here, I took my number line and I split it in half, okay? So the one whole became 2 halves. Okay, so right here on my number line, instead of just saying 0, it would be 0 halves. In the middle, it's going to be 1 half, because that's half of it. And then over here, that's 2 halves, okay? And 2 over 2 is the same thing as one whole, okay? Anytime you have the same number here as your numerator and denominator, it's going to equal one whole. Okay, so we have 1 half and 1 half, which equals 2 halves, which also is equivalent to one whole. And you can see if you look at this and match it to that, it's the same thing. For this one, I've split it into thirds. Okay, again, we had one whole, and I took my number line and I split it into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. Over here, I started with 0 thirds, 1 third, 2 thirds, 3 thirds. And once you get again to 3 thirds equals one whole, okay? And then this fraction bar, I divided it into fourths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts on my number line. And starting over here to the left, we have 0 fourths, 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, and 4 fourths. And 4 fourths also equals 1, okay? And remember, again, when we go this way, the numbers are getting larger. So 0 fourths is definitely smaller than 3 fourths. If you think of baking, I like to think of baking when I'm using fractions. 1 fourth is smaller than smaller than 3 fourths, okay? So 1 fourth, that's 1 fourth right here, is definitely smaller than this much, 3 fourths, okay? Moving on. Okay, so again, just fractions on a number line. I just did this one without the bar up here, okay? I did a number line from 0 to 1. And like I said, in between, we're gonna put the fractions. So here, I split this, look at my denominator. What is the number? 8. I split that into, my denominator is 8, so I split into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So starting at 0, then we get a 1/8, 2/8. What would this be? 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, and then I have 6/8. Then what would that be? 7/8, and then we go to 1 whole, okay? And then to help us find, if we wanted to find what fraction, which we just did, which fraction belongs where the point is on J, we could draw a strip diagram is what they call it, kind of like what I had before. So here again, I broke it into I broke a number line into 8 equal parts, and I shaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so at J, what point on the number line represents the fraction? Okay, so what fraction represents this J? You've got it 5/8, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5/8 represents where J, the plot where J is, okay? Hope that makes a little bit of sense. Again, I'm just kind of throwing this out there for you guys for next year. You don't need to master it, but just kind of letting you see it. Hope everyone's doing well, and I will talk to you soon.